No such thing as an amicable divorce, right? Unless you've been living under a rock or don't watch football, if that's the case I don't know what you're doing here, you'll know Calvin Johnson Jr. had retired before last season. You also know the initial reason he gave is that his body couldn't handle the duress of the game anymore. Well, recently Calvin Johnson has come out to say that not only was it the fact that he didn't want to put his body through such harsh stress, but it was also because he believed he would never win a championship, and that along those lines it wasn't worth it. Now, the first thing to understand is that there are two sides to this, of course. I'm going to start with the Lions and then move on to Calvin's. The thing with football teams, or any sports team, is that it's a nebulous concept. The players change, the staff and management changes, the uniforms change, ownership changes. The most consistent thing about a team is its fan base, and even that can change if a team relocates. So basically the team that CJ retired from was not the team he was drafted by. Millens and Mayhew's Lions are not Rod Wood's Lions, meaning that Rod Wood has to do what's best for what in general terms is his club, regardless of Johnson. There was some issues with money, which I think is frankly laughable. Johnson wanted to keep some guaranteed money for seasons he didn't play, whilst the Lions wanted it back for cap. I think this is a flaw with the NFL. Why not let Calvin Johnson keep his money, but open the cap space for the team? It's not like the league is strapped for cash and NFL players get shortchanged enough as it is. Then there's Calvin's side. You have to have sympathy for him. The main criticism against him is that he didn't have to sign the massive contract. He could have gone off to play with another team that had a chance to win. The thing about that is you would have judged him for that decision in the same way people judge Ndamukong Suh. It must be insanely frustrating to be one of the greatest at what you do and for it to amount to nothing, so much so that people are questioning your validity as the greatest. Everything he's worked so hard for to fizzle out into what is seemingly nothing. At least he made some bank off of it. People are saying, oh, F Calvin, as if he's some turntail, but if you look at it from his perspective, you should get the anger and even understand him telling the media that he felt mistreated. This is just one of those things in life, but at the very least, the front office is handling it well. They've extended an arm of friendship by inviting him to training camp. I think when time heals the initial wounds, things should be more courteous between parties, and may eventually lead to them giving Calvin a role like they've done Barry Sanders, as an ambassador. Anyhow, feel free to leave your opinions down below, and thanks for listening.